Kalimera, and kalos irtate to the first episode of Travel Through Legends of Europe. My name is Genesis with Gaston County Public Library, and here I am with my trusty map of the modernized Europe. So let's take a look and see where our first stop and our first story will take us. Oh look! It's a wreath crown, which means that we're going to Greece, which is located in southern Europe, right at the Mediterranean. So Greece is considered the cradle of Western civilization, being the birthplace to many ideas that we use today, such as Western literature, historiography, major scientific and mathematical principles, theater dramas, and what people around the globe watch every 4 years, the Olympic Games. Interesting fact, the ancient Greeks were great storytellers, and they used these stories to teach each other about the known world of their time and explain why things were the way they were. For example, where did spiders come from? Well, for the ancient Greeks, they believed it was something like this. Long ago, in ancient Greece, there lived a young girl named Arachne. Arachne was the daughter of a tradesman who dyed fabric the deepest shades of purple to be sold across Greece. Arachne had her own talent. She was a weaver and a spinner. She wove all sorts of beautiful pictures into her cloth, and people flocked to see her creations. However, as praise for her work grew, so did her pride. She even began telling people that she was better at spinning and weaving than the goddess Athena, the goddess of wisdom, warfare, and crafts. Unfortunately, Athena overheard the young girl's claims. To teach her a lesson, Athena challenged Arachne to a weaving contest. The two of them set up their looms in the same room, and they wove from early morning until late at night. When they finally finished, they compared what they had done. Athena wove a beautiful cloth showing the glory of the gods on Mount Olympus, doing good deeds for the people. In contrast, Arachne wove a clothing making fun of the gods, showing them getting into trouble and making a mess of things in the human world. Still, Arachne's tapestry was flawless. It looked alive, filled with movement and radiant colors. When Athena saw the undeniably better work, she became enraged. Athena pointed her finger at Arachne, and suddenly, Arachne's body began to shrink. Her arms stuck to her sides. Black hair began to grow all over her body, and a single spool of thread unfurled from her belly, becoming a creature never seen before. Poor Arachne had been transformed into the first spider to ever roam the earth. Wasn't that an interesting story? Remind me not to make Athena mad if she's around. Are you interested in learning more about the Greek culture? Visit us at the main library and you will find books just like these. Like The Greeks, an Illustrated History by Diane Harris Klein. This one you will find on our primary nonfiction section. Or you may find Horrible Histories, which is one of my favorite series of all time, by Terry Deary. This one's titled The Groovy Greeks, which you will find on our juvenile nonfiction section. If you are more interested in the Greek mythos, you may enjoy this book right here, part of a series that's also one of my favorites, called Percy Jackson and the Olympians by Rick Riordan. But if you're also in the mood for a family movie night, you may enjoy the classic Disney retelling of the story of Hercules, which is found in our children media section. Now, if you want a wreath like mine, visit us at the main library from Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday and Saturdays, 10 to 2, and you will find a make-your-own wreath crown craft located near the front desk. We thank you so much for joining us on our second installment of Travel Through Legends of, and I hope to see you next time on our next adventure. Addio!